What's up guys, Flo here. So this is a part 2 of why Team Liquid didn't qualify for Berlin. This is from the best of 3 against Gambit that ended up resulting in Gambit winning 2-1. I took a look at the maps where Liquid lost and specifically picked apart why they lost the round and how maybe they could have won them. If you're interested in map 2 bind that Liquid lost, I'll put the video somewhere up here if you want to take a look at it. Also, if you like the content, please remember to drop a like. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe so you can keep notified on whenever I make these. And let's get on with it. Gambit's pushing through mid. They're getting aggressive. Defo, before he gets picked by Yampy here, we're going to go through the mini map so you can see it a little bit better. Defo was on top of the tube, gets picked by Yampy back the corner, and then all of a sudden, it's in favor of Team Liquid, but the two players you're going to see are pushing. So it looks like this, from this point of view, it looks like this should be a Kryptix kill. He's posted on the angle, and Nats hits this insane shot, killing Kryptix. But yeah, remember, Yampy was literally in this position. Defo probably called out that he was at that corner. And it's either Nats had insane intuition, which could be a possible thing. But I'd be willing to bet it's just the fact that Yampy was there earlier, and Nats was just already focused on making sure he doesn't get killed by the same angle. So they equalize here. At this point, it becomes super awkward. Link is going to be the kind of slight saving grace. We're going to pull up the minimap and I'll kind of explain what Link did. So he went down the tube, he went around, flanked back through the mid gas, and then killed the player that you can kind of see the X there. Because Link kills this player, Soulcast knows that they pushed through sight, so then he turns around and then he gets a kill on the enemy Sage. This puts it in a very advantageous position. So 4v2, Soulcast is pretty much dead here though, by the way. There's realistically not much he can do. He has 30 HP, he can't really swing anything. You're gonna see Link tries to capitalize off of this. Scream catches off Redguard, and it's a 1v3 position. All right, so here's Chronicle's point of view. It's a nasty shot on Link. And this is kind of the very ballsy play Chronicle does, but it wins him the round. He kills Scream. He's gonna plant. Yampy is forced to try to do something with his op. He only has 60 HP and he has an operator, which is never the case that you would want with an operator. And the worst thing is that Chronicle even knows that he's an operator, and Chronicle wins the 1v3. The reason I'm pointing out this is that this is more of a individual play that worked out really well. Yampy could have gotten that kill, but obviously doesn't. This transfer from shooting at Yampy to headshotting Link is a really nice kill. And then you're gonna realize that this is nerves of steel. This flash, he has Scream could swing dead. Yampy could be swinging dead. He doesn't shoot this flash. He tanks it. He's just like, I bet you're not swinging off of this. Scream throws a second one, still doesn't shoot it. He just continues walking. Scream is assuming, bro, if I'm throwing these flashes here, no shot you're just pushing up on me. No shot you're just walking, because he's actually full blind. Chronicle assumes this. This is like next 5-head thinking, right? While you would think, oh, Scream's gonna swing off his flash. Chronicle's like, I bet he's not gonna swing off his flash because he's using it as a bait. I bet Scream would swing if Chronicle had shot. Scream's like, he's probably still hiding behind yellow. Maybe he rotated off, right? Maybe he left. And then so he drops to a better position, and Scream does not expect him to be this close. I'm gonna chalk that up to Chronicle making a good play. Good job, man. Well done. Very well played. So this round is going to come out to Nats popping off, and this really shows how great of a player Nats is. All right, so let's take a look at the minimap. You're gonna see they're gonna do their normal mid aggression through Nats's Viper orb in middle. It seems like it's a reoccurring appearance that it's Sage and Viper. They're gonna walk through, Defo dashing on top. That way he can watch the mid boiler side, and then the two pushing through. And then Nats with a Spectre, I might add, kills Yampy, and then kills Kryptix on top of the boiler. 2 dead. You're gonna notice here, Scream is pushing through the tube during this entire fight where Nats gets 2 with the Spectre. He's gonna reflank the orb. Look how aware Nats is. He's watching it. He drops the orb, and if Scream doesn't get that instant kill on Shadows, Gambit outright win this round. They're both holding the orb. Chances are, Scream dies without a kill. Scream gets away. He ends up getting traded from T-Spawn by Chronicle, but it's a 3v2. It should have been a 4v2, but Scream, obviously with godlike aim, manages to get a kill and dismisses out. It's a 2v3 situation right now, and you're gonna notice Nats here is still in the middle position. He hasn't left. He could have, There was a lot of situations he could have just popped his orb, walked back through mid, or ran back through his orb and went back mid, regrouped with his teammates A main, and hit the A site. But you're going to see how Nats isn't done. Nats is still going to win the round for Gambit and take away Liquid's chances. So it's a 3v2 situation back in favor of Liquid. Link just evened it out, killing the Spike Planner Chronicle, and Nats is back at flanking again. He's timing it so well. You're going to notice how well they're playing it because of how Redgar is playing. He's playing in a position where he's able to fall back. He can hide it and play maze. He's not committing. He's not peeking wide to try to fight any of the Raptors players. He knows Nats here is the win condition, and Nats is going to make the play. So here, with the late lurk, Nats is going to catch off Soulcast here, and then we're going to keep going. Taps out Yampy, and then now it's just a 2v1 situation. Link is trying to, he can try to stick it, but it's realistically not an option at this point, and he's just going to get swung by Redgar and win the round. So we're going to talk about what Liquid could have done here. The first initial beginning, to be honest, they can't really lose 2 players to a Spectre. This has happened before, right? We've talked about their double push through the Viper Orb earlier, and realistically, if they've learned anything, that if Defo is dashing top tube, it's probably a signal that they're doing it. Dashing top tube allows them to push through that Viper Orb safely without getting shot from Boiler, and they can just focus on the ground level. Alright, so second round of OT, and I'm starting from the second round because first round Team Liquid did win in a quite clean, convincing fashion. They held it. Early in the round, Gambit break the Sage Wall tube, which signifies already to me, they're going to play slow. Breaking the tube essentially shouts out that you're there. It's like, hey, I'm over here. And we'll instinctively pull a rotate. We're going to kind of look. Yep, 3 toward the B site. They're going to re-hit the kitchen area, though. They're pushing up tube. And they're going to do this play where Defo smokes. Dashes into the smoke, looking left so that he could spot the end of the tube or anyone playing like at this edge or maybe kitchen window. Which allows the Sage to swing after. He's staring at the angles that they could possibly be, but the idea is that if anyone's holding it, they're going to be instantly like attracted to looking at the jet dash, and then the Sage double, like the double swing or the secondary swing, will catch them off guard. After clearing that no one is here, Sage is going to wall this off. Walls off kitchen. So they wall off kitchen, and then the brilliant part is that they cut noise. They leave Defo here. Nats has lurked up through the mid orb all the way up orange. And now they cut noise. If they hit now, it wouldn't be the best hit. If you look, there are 3 players toward the B site. This isn't the best hit. By cutting noise, Scream is like, wait a minute. Wait, maybe they're not going B. They haven't hit. I don't hear anything. It's probably a fake. Guys, I'm going to go back. And the same thing, he's just going to hold mid. It's like, it might be a mid fake. Maybe they're going mid. I'm just going to hold for the mid push. And then Yampy misses the shot. Nats gets a pick onto Link that doesn't expect him to be that far up. Yampy dies, and they lose the B site just like that. So this is the beauty of cutting sound. If you guys have played like Payday, you know when there are guards, there's a little like suspect meter or sus meter, right? But the idea is that if you make enough sound, they're going to be alerted. The idea is similar to this. They take kitchen. They're alerted, completely alerted. But when you cut noise, the bar starts going back toward the other side. And basically it signals that they have to shift the rotations back. Originally, they were in a good spot. By just cutting noise, they allow the rotations to kind of flow back to their normal positions, and then they can hit it. Okay, so this round starts off kind of poorly. Yampy throws the smoke, and I'm just going to play it a little bit. Look at Defo. What's he aiming at? Look, there's a smoke here. Right? That's where Yampy smoked. What's he aiming at? What's this boy aiming at? And then watch. We've seen so far. Bruh, this man shot him through the smoke, and he wasn't even the first one in. There was a Scream and Yampy in front of him, and Link is the one that gets picked. Dude, I'd be pissed. Anyway, we're gonna keep going. Bad start for Liquid. Scream is going to get super aggressive. Chronicle is going to get caught out in a super awkward position here. Drone spots him. Screen swings. Gets the headshot. Scream swings onto Shadows. Gets him pretty low. Right? And then Shadows getting the second one was really, really bad. Shadows shouldn't have gotten the second one. Honestly, Yampy should have gotten that kill. Yeah, Shadows on 41 HP. That's a shot and a half from Yampy, but Yampy hits 1 and Shadows hits the nice headshot, and he had like 5 bullets left. This is the even crazier part. And he gets traded out. Defo gives another one, and then it's a 3v1 situation. Nothing much Kryptix can do. Kryptix loses the round, right? So what happened? If Scream gets this kill, Team Liquid probably win this round. Imagine Shadows dies. There's only Defo on the site. He probably has to run. He's probably gonna like smoke this and get out or something like that. If Yampy gets this kill, chances are it's an even situation. It's probably even favorable to Liquid. Soulcast is gonna get the trade onto Shadows, and then Defo gets the op kill. But Defo can't play that angle if Yampy gets the kill there, because he's going to feel pressured that they're going to swing this side, and he's probably just going to leave. If Yampy gets that kill, it's probably a 3v3 retake, and chances are very likely that Team Liquid win the round. Or at least there's a possibility. Okay, this round I just want to point out, Liquid shouldn't have won. It was a 5v3. They lost Yampy, they lost Scream, both in like the first like 20-30 seconds of the round. Kryptix POPS OFF gets 4, I think. Maybe just 3. Yeah, just 3, and then sticks the spike, and they win the round. Very well done from Team Liquid, keeping their tournament run alive. Okay, so this 14-14. This round comes out to kind of some unfortunate timing. Scream is holding this angle for a while, and the timing just kind of sucks. Look at when he looks away. He's like, I'm not gonna check anymore. I don't really understand why he doesn't, because that dart is watching it, and then he ends up going down to Redguard. I'm a little confused on why Scream decides to turn to the left. It doesn't really make sense as the dart is scanning it. But either way, Kryptix gets their 1, and then it's a 1v1 against Defo. Defo has an op. He just dropped it for a Phantom. Kryptix doesn't know it. But I'm a little confused on why he doesn't use his shock dart. He has another shock dart. If you look at the bottom left, he has one right here. He bounces it off this wall, and he can at least force anyone off the plant, right? If they're on the plant. Worst case scenario is you shoot that shock dart, and I think you swing after it. It's better than just dry swinging. Maybe Kryptix thought that would give away his position. Shock dart it, maybe don't swing off immediately. I think you play off the fact that very rarely in a 1v1 is someone just going to full stick it. Max, they get it to half. Most likely they just tap. Most likely they just tap. I think that should have been played off of the assumption that he would tap. But keep in mind, guys, it's 14-14 though. So pressure is on, and you don't really want to die to a full stick or lose to a full stick. So this round goes poorly. We're going to talk about something kind of cool. I just want you to pay attention that there is a sage wall here, but I also want you to pay attention to something else. Scream is in front of the sage wall. So this is a fake sage wall. Sage walls this to give the impression that the tube is walled, therefore making defenders or attackers think, the tube's probably clear. But if we're going to kind of look, it's the kind of time he steps out a little bit and then he decides to fall back, but then Defo catches his leg, so they know, and then they're going to double swing, and Scream gets taken out early. Soulcast is going to feel pressured because he's like, oh, we lost a player. We need to do something. I need to get some info at the B site because they could be through mid, right? And then he gets picked by Chronicle. And then at this point, the round plays out exactly what you would expect. Link gets a kill. But then at this point, it's a 3v4 situation. I'm not saying it's impossible to win. Maybe if Yampy gets that kill, it's definitely possible. But at this point, Chronicle kind of solidifies it, getting Kryptix. The 4-on-2 position with an op on Yampy, there's really not much you can do. This would require Gambit making like kind of a mistake. As long as no one gives a peek, they can wait for the tap. And then Link is gonna go down here. All this utility, the flash, the dart, they can't even do this fast. You're gonna get flanked from Nats from mid, and then Yampy's down. It was aggressive plays attempted from both players that just got shut down by Gambit's default. Well played from Gambit. I can see why they won. Honestly, slow, methodical play. They controlled the round very well. A lot of the rounds that Team Liquid did manage to win were just strictly like one of their players popping off, dropping 3-4 kills and winning the round for them. If you look at how Gambit wins, they're more methodical in how they pick apart teams, and the crucial kills usually go in favor of Gambit. I hope you guys enjoyed this two-part series. This was on why Liquid didn't manage to go to Berlin or didn't qualify for Berlin. As I said before, please drop a like if you enjoy these types of videos. It really helps me out a lot. Subscribe to keep up, and I will be doing all of the matches that will be in Berlin, so make sure to stay notified for that. Peace out. Love y'all.